Alright, hello, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So, today we are going to be doing another How Tanky Can the Unit Get video. And this time around, I'd actually like to do the LR from this time slot last year. Gohan Kid, sort of Piccolo exchange. Now, I was actually pretty excited to have like a Namek celebration last year. I mean, the quality of the units aside, right? It was cool to get more Namek stuff. Now, I think this character actually at the time probably was a little underrated. Now, I didn't have them at the time, so I can't really speak too far to that. And, you know, obviously, with last year, I mean, the leads being 150, I wasn't going to run that, right? So, I suppose I can't speak with too much authority on the matter, but I feel like this character got a lot of hate. In particular, it's because of, I mean, the design here is kind of, you know, Planet Namek Saga or Namekian. Like, I get why they got hate, but I feel like they were kind of decent with this up, so I don't know. But anyway, I only got them this year, and with my summons, the Dokkan Day ticket summons for the new LR, Gohan, and Goten Possessed, while I did not manage to pull them, I did actually manage to pull my first dupe for this character. And I'd say with the first dupe, I think I feel like I can get a pretty good... I do like to wait, you know. I still haven't done that fucking Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the BoJack movie. I'm about ready to just do it, because it's like, I really want to get him in. It's been so long since the Easy 8 at this point, but I've summoned on all the, like, the big Carnival Gal coin banners at least somewhat since then, because I want at least one fucking dupe of him. I don't know, that character's always evaded me. I only got him like a year and a half, 2 years ago originally, that 55% copy, and I've still only had him 55% since. And the most value you get from a character is that first bottom right dupe path. I mean, you get the amount of, like, the hidden potential nodes for the additional and such, right? But also, just in general, you get the most stats from that bottom right path. So, you know, it's very, very unfortunate that I haven't gotten around to him yet. I do want to, but it's like, you know, he's 55%, and then for the attack one at least, I don't really know how exactly easy it's going to be, like, getting his active up. I don't know. We'll worry about that another time. Anyway, we're going to be doing this one here, right? I do think with the exchange, I mean, both of these forms have the exact same, like, SA effects, right? So they're both raising attack and defense, colossal damage, with the Mega Colossal, massive raise, and I suppose I should have started with Gohan, but, I mean, they both have the exact same effect, right? So we'll see just what we can get out of these guys. But Gohan for the first 3 turns has the additional with a high chance, whereas Piccolo has the additional with a great chance. And then we can get another additional for receiving an attack that's permanent, and also with the hidden potential. Like, even though he's only stacking 20% per 12 key, I feel like he could get a lot of stacks in for us. So I'm definitely interested to see how this is going to go. Now, one more thing to note before I actually jump into this. This is a character that actually has no Phase 2 defense whatsoever. This is Phase 1. And that's it. And we go over to Piccolo. I mean, it's the same sort of deal here. This is Phase 1. This is Phase 1. That's it. No Phase 2. So, when we use the TEQ Gogeta active, we get those orbs. That support is going to be insane here. So I am very excited to jump into this. We'll see just how good this character is. Now, what I'm actually going to do here is, given the transformation condition being 70% or less starting from the 4th turn or 6th turn, what I would like to do is I'm going to jump in. I'll show our start of turn defense.
All right.
And then I'm going to cut away until I'm at the turn in which I'm ready to transform. Okay, where is... It's on the second rotation. We'll just play this too while I explain things. Well, actually, Glorio's... Fuck, I'll be right back, because Glorio's intro is going to play. Alright, here we are. Like I said, I did want to show the initial starting turn here. Now, as I was starting to say, right, I mean, that Golden Frieza Gogeta support, it's going to be insane for this game. Now, something unfortunate to note, and to be honest, I don't get why this is. Well, no, I'm looking at the wrong... I thought... Hold on. I guess he does get Namekians and Brainiacs, huh? Interesting. And that changes out for Saiyan Warrior Race and All in the Family. So as you can see here, we're at 273,915 start of turn. Now, if we were to have the big defensive links with, like, this Piccolo that I have, Brainiacs, right? This is 15%. Namekians, 7%. Gaze of Respect. Like, these are insane links that could provide a lot of value. However, even though that they will provide a lot of value, just because we have no Phase 2 whatsoever, and because, you know, we have no active skill phase, it will actually be more beneficial to have AGL Gogeta and the TEQ, you know, Gogeta support up for this character. So it's unfortunate we won't be able to take advantage of the links, but it'll work out the best this way. So let me actually cut away again here. I'll because I don't know if I'm going to be able to. In fact, I'm just going to outright say I probably will not be able to get the 4-turn condition. And we don't need to see, you know, 5, 6 turns of me stacking, right? I'll cut away here. I'll come back. I'll show how many supers we've gotten. And I mean, there's a 20% stack per, right? So, and then we'll show how much we've increased. And then I'll do the Piccolo exchange. I was going to say transformation exchange. And then we'll do like the 1-2 turns of stacking that I normally do. And then from that point on, I'll cut away and come back to the big turn later on. So we'll be right back. Alright, so we are back here. Turn 6. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to be able to make turn 4. Now, we do have 371,000. So, unfortunately, I've literally managed to get 1 stack since the prior turn. So, I mean, that is the thing about why I wanted to just cut this earlier part. Because while Gohan does have the same SA effects, he doesn't have the same amount of additionals. And even the additional that he does have, I mean, it's a high chance versus a great chance, right? So, we've only gotten the 1. Didn't get the hidden potential super. I mean, I procced the hidden potential, but it was the normal, so. But yeah, we're ready to get started here. So, let's exchange into Piccolo. Oh, real quick, I forgot to say this before. I meant to say this. So, I believe I haven't said this. This character actually has 2 220 leads as far as I know. I believe at least. The new Gohan Goten Trunks LR, as well as Tao. I don't have either of those. But just in general, right? I mean, we are still on a double 200%. And with Glorio's, you know, 50% support, both of them, the 100% total. I think that probably, at least for the Tao setup, right? I don't know. I mean, Gohan has a lot of support, so probably not for the Gohan one, but the Glorio support setup will still be very insane for this character, but I suppose technically we could have a bit of a higher leader skill if I had the Gohan Goten Trunks, but it wouldn't make that much of a difference, if at all. So Gohan's support is also kind of hard to access, and then after the first turn, doesn't it also fall off a little bit? So maybe even Glorio's support does beat him out, or is equal. It's something like that. But I just wanted to point that out. Alright, now let's exchange. That actually looks pretty cool. I've not really gotten a chance to effectively use this LR, especially, you know, in a short content meta that we have, you know, considering I only got this character this year. Actually releasing Piccolo. So, just for exchanging, we are now up to 570,896. Now, to be fair, if we do this, I mean, it's sort of a better tell. 454,122. So we do have an additional 50% phase 1. Well, actually, scratch that. We have an additional 120% phase 1 because we have this as well. But you know, when we have Piccolo, the banner unit here, he has better links than Gohan does. So I just wanted to point that out. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna get the attack received, so he's going to hopefully get a lot of additionals for us here. I mean, we'll have to see. But from this point on, we'll make this the sort of first 2 turns of the stacking here. And I'll probably honestly start the big turn out on like turn 102 or something like that. Turn 100. 25.3. Now, I mean, this isn't an attack stacking. I would actually like to do an attack stacking for this character. Because obviously I will need a bit of a different setup with the items and such, 15.2. So I'd be very curious to see if maybe this character could be somewhat competitive in attack stacking as well. 15.7. Man, that's a 500,000 increase. Now, are we going to get the hidden potential addition? That's the big thing, right? Let's see. We did not. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, with Piccolo here, I mean, he should stack up quite a bit. I mean, with all the support I'm going to have for him and everything, I think he's going to look pretty impressive. I'm very excited to see what he's going to get up to. It's just, you know, before I couldn't really, you know, it's a 150, the lead that they have. Like, the altcoin LRs this year actually have, even though it's still, you know, a level down, at least it's only a level down instead of 2 levels down, right? Because you know, think last year, I mean, we still had 150, right? So 150 to 200 versus 200 to 220. I mean, it's not only is the actual, like, the number difference 20% between them smaller, but the growth as well, and this is maybe going to be a little hard to explain, but the like actual growth between the percentages is also smaller, right? Because if you think about it, when you have 150% in a phase already, and then you add an additional 50%, I mean, that's pretty major, right? I mean, you're adding a third of what you have, essentially, right? But if you were to add 50% to 200%, just to use the exact same number, right? It'd be a fourth of what you already have. So, and that is the thing with percentages. You do have to consider the original value that is already there. So, I mean, while the 220% lead, certainly our characters got stronger just from that. More so, it was just like the numbers in kits got really inflated this year. As well as, I mean, like, a big thing that's not considered, because, you know, the 220s for attack and defense, right? But we actually do have 250% total for HP. So the HP actually did get a pretty significant increase with the leader skill power creep this year. But the attack and defense did not get that major of an increase, so it's hard to really justify using a 150 lead, right? Whereas, I mean, 200% leads are still really, really good, right? So that's why it's really cool how they've designed yellow coin LRs this year, where it does really feel like every variation of, you know, Dokkan Fest TUR, yellow coin LR, Carnival LR, Dokkan Fest LR, they all have their own sort of like different pros and cons, I guess. Like although I think Carnival honestly probably has the worst tier of leader skill. In a sense, it's kind of complicated because the Carnival LR, I don't really value that one extra key as much, so it's 4 key to 20, right? Whereas like a yellow coin LR, it's 3 key to 100. But the difference there is Carnival LRs usually only buff one category, but it's like a really, really good category. Whereas yellow coin LRs usually buff 2 categories, at least this year so far. And they're sort of weaker. But not weak, but weaker. I mean, it's like Tien's, it was definitely a pretty good leader skill, but I mean, if you look at like PyCon, right? I don't know, I got a little off track there, my apologies. we're up to 691,996. Piccolo has had, it doesn't show us what we've actually gotten with Gohan before. And keep in mind, we only got the 1 stack with Gohan, so we have 3 stacks right now. So, I mean, we'll have to see what we increase by going with this turn forward. I mean, he does have that, after being hit, that 1 additional, like, permanently. So, with the other additional, that's guaranteed the great chance, and then hopefully if I can get some good luck proccing the hidden potential, I do think Piccolo is going to look pretty tanky here by the end. Especially once we consider the Gogeta support and the Super Gogeta support. So I'm very excited to see how this is going to go. Okay, so I believe that means we succeeded this one. If we didn't, it should have been... I imagine the Great Chance one happens first. I suppose I could be wrong. But there's that one. And then we do we get the hidden potential to pop? And if we do, is it going to be a super or a normal? Okay, we did get it, but it was a normal. So, I mean, unfortunate. But still, we have 4 stacks now with Piccolo and 5 stacks total. So, even if it's just 2 stacks a turn, I think he should look pretty competitive defensively by the end. But again, I mean, we'll have to see, right? I mean, he has a lot of support he's about to get, so that certainly will be pretty helpful. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what he's going to get up to. I just, I got on a little tangent there with all the leader skills, because I wanted to explain why, I didn't just, like, rock this character as a friendly last year and do them when they release, and why, I'm not using, like, a rainbow friend, right, while I'm using mine with 1 dupe. That's what I was trying to sort of get across there. I hope I did that good enough. But yeah, I'm going to cut away. I'm going to get stacking. We will come back and we will see just how tanky the TEQ Gohan Exchange into Piccolo Namek LR can get. So we are back here. I've obviously done quite a bit of stacking here. We are up to turn 110. I mean, so with before, right, I wasn't able to get Piccolo out, obviously, until turn 6. So I already did say at the beginning, right, I was like, okay, I will probably go a little bit over. Initially, I was thinking like 102, 104, something like that. But I did have to go even a little beyond that in order to get the rotation set up how I needed them to. So it was unfortunate, but it is what it is. So at the point we're at, we are refreshing stacks because it's been 104 turns since his initial appearance. Right, stacks last 99 turns from their initial sort of activation. So keep that in mind. But with that being said, we have gotten 151 total supers with Piccolo, and we are up to 8,064,656. I do have, the out-of-game formula set up once again, as you can see. On that, we are up to 8,064,672. As always, I like to state, there is a small discrepancy. Right now, it's just relegated to the 10s and 1s place. It will probably go up to the 100s, if not 1000s place. As far as I can do on my end, the math is correct. It's more so probably just like how Dokkan or how the formula here is handling rounding up or down based off of decimals. But as far as I can do from my end, math is correct. So with that being said, now I mean he only stacks 20% on the 12 key. The 18 key is a massively raise, right, for 1 turn. And he's gotten 184 attacks total. Now, all of these, 151, I mean, a lot of those, I've gotten the 18 key every single turn. So, I mean, you can already scratch 50 of those off. Right, and then we still have a few of those to not consider as well because of the fact that, it's starting to refresh at this point, the stacks, rather than gain more. But still, 8,064,000. I'd say it's pretty good overall. I mean, could be better, but he's also going to jump up quite a bit yet still, so I think we're off to a pretty good start here. And do keep in mind, this is Piccolo on a double 200% lead. I mean, we do have the Glorio support, so an extra 100% phase 1. We do have the TEQ domain up, but that's all we have up right now. I haven't used the items or anything. So, I mean, we're ready to get started, though. I'm definitely very curious to see how this is going to go. Now, let me get both these tags in here real quick. And just to show this, now Piccolo is, or at least, well, yeah, no, never mind. I was going to say Piccolo is a successor, but he's actually not. Yeah, no, he's not. Damn it. Because look, he's on Goku's family, and like youth and stuff. It's because of. I'm just so used to like tag cards at this point. They've done so many this year. I don't think we've had an exchange card this year. I could be wrong about that. I can't really. One doesn't come to mind, though. But with exchanges, it only has the categories of the first card. So what I was going to say was AGL Gogeta Phase 1 support would even buff him more. But actually, because all Piccolos are on successors. But unfortunately, given that it uses Gohan's categories and Gohan's not successors, he's not on it. So that's unfortunate. But, it is what it is. Here, let's use the TEQ Gogeta active to start things out. We'll get our orbs and get everything prepped for the really good turn here. Alright, so from popping that, I do like to show this every time. Now, we are going to get the 23 key spheres. However, that doesn't actually do anything until TEQ Gogeta is attacking. So, we'll calc that in just a moment. It's so crazy, though, this character. I mean, I know a lot of people don't seem to be the highest in this character. I do really like this character a lot. I mean, I think there probably has to be, I have to admit, some level of bias due to the fact that this character, like the support for these stacking videos, it's just so crazy. But I just like the character outside of that as well. I mean, that's just like a fun little addition to the kit. I mean, it's really good in action when you have Gogeta out, but one of these, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's really crazy, this character. I gotta use him every time for these now, and Dokkan cooked with this character. Omatsu, whoever the hell approved this character, I feel like this character is just so much fun. Both sides for me. Sorry, I got a little off track there. I really like that character. Now for Piccolo here, we're going to use the Monster Carrot. Now this changes all of them into the carrot sort of item, or key sphere rather. Now each of these give 15%. There's 23 orbs, so that's a 345% increase we get from this, which we write as 4.45. And Piccolo is up to 35,887,740 in-game, and he's up to 35,887,791 out of game. And however, though, he still has quite a bit to go. So then we pop the Android 8, which gives us another 50% to the item phase, 4.95 now. So we are now up to 39,920,068. Out of game formula, 39,920,127. However, we still have the AGL Super Gogeta actives to go through here. And obviously, I mean, you get the buff on the second one, so we'll just power through both of these at once. Okay, so then we pop the AG Gogeta active again.
This is the greatest fusion of all! I'm gonna send you back to hell!
Alright, so from doing that, we do get the 54% increase in the active skill phase, which puts us at 61,476,896 in-game, 61,476,996 out of game. And we are still not done here, right? So, I mean, we do have everything done with like the items and everything. Now what we really need to see is, when Piccolo attacks, which he doesn't have any phase 2 here, but his SA effects will still give him defense, right? As well as when TEQ Gogeta attacks, what that gives him. So, I mean, we're ready to get started here. Now, obviously, I feel like you can already tell. I mean, the last one before this was Int, Fat Boo. And then before him, like AGL Gogeta. Piccolo is not going to match you with this here. I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious. But for only stacking 20%, I feel like he's going to look pretty decent. I mean, we'll see exactly what he gets up to. It's not going to be like insane, but it won't be like horrible. So let's start playing the turn out here, though. I mean, he's actually probably honestly going to be on the lower end, in all honesty. So phase 2, we do get the 230% increase from TEQ Gogeta, which we write. That's why I started saying 330 as 3.3. And then we also get the 50% on his 18 key. So that's 20.1. So Piccolo right now is up to 208,049,448. However, I mean, once he gets to attacking, I mean, it's not going to be like a huge increase from where we are right now. But I mean, he still does have quite a bit to go. So we'll let him get his attacks in before we judge too much here. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly. I mean, getting outclassed by a TUR is unfortunate, though. So this is a massively raised, so 21.1, we had a whole 100% there, up to 218,400,166. He has the additional super, which this is a 20% raise, so 21.3. 220 mil, 470,310. Wait, what? I'm sorry, what? Did he just normal? Or did he just like do one normal? Did he? I'm sorry, did the not really coming off. Did the other 12 key happen while I was looking away? What? I felt like that animation went faster than I thought it was going to. He might have just failed the Great Chance. I suppose he failed the Great Chance? Listen, when I'm doing the formula, I can't, like, stare at this, because it's on my computer, right? I wasn't staring. I looked away for just a moment. I guess he probably failed the Great Chance. I feel like I've actually had pretty decent luck with that, so I'm actually kind of surprised. Huh. Well, I mean, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. So I guess then we got up to, in total, 220,470,310. I mean, yeah, damn, that's not the best, I'd say. I mean, to be fair, it's not like horrible. But I feel like it's not as like in line with other characters really would get up to. I mean, it really does hurt him, to be fair, that he doesn't have any phase 2 defense whatsoever. Like, I mean, just to show here, I mean, let's say he got 100%. Just 100. Actually, what's his, what is his phase 2 attack? 150. Well, let's say he got 150%. Right, so we write that as 4.8. Suddenly we go from 220 mil to 320 mil. I mean, we literally add an extra 100 mil onto his defense if he had phase 2, right? But he doesn't. So I don't know. That's not, like, I'm trying to think of like other characters that potentially be like in that range, right? Let me just go over to my playlist that I have these all in, right? And let me check that out, because I mean, I do have the defense numbers like on the thumbs. Now I probably should, to be honest. I haven't redone like TEQ Gohan since before. TEQ Gohan I got up to 179 mil before, it looks like. And then like a character like Vegito Blue, right? I mean, 2023, 50 mil. Not the highest there, unfortunately. What did Captain Ginyu get up to? Captain Ginyu got up to 274 mil, huh? I mean, I guess when you consider that, it's not the worst, right? Because, I mean, sure, Captain Ginyu's EZA was a bit of a fumble. But you do also have to consider, I mean, Captain Ginyu was very close to GDC, like when he released, right? I mean, then he EZA'd with Mercenary Tau, which was the celebration before GDC. And this is a character, I mean, practically 2 metas behind, because Ginyu was practically at GDC power creep, and then there was obviously the 10th anniversary power creep. And this is, I mean, Piccolo getting up to 220 mil. I feel like that's not horrible. I don't know, I'm just so used to seeing characters with 600 mil, 1 billion, and all those fucking crazy numbers. I guess that sort of threw me off a little bit. I mean, yeah, that's not horrible, though. I guess I expected a little more. Yeah, I don't know. Once again, I mean, this is part of why I want to do like all the revisits and all the old characters as soon as possible, because I know it's affecting me. I really do. Because like I'm just thinking of me seeing like 220 mil like a year back. Oh my fucking god, that's crazy. Like, right? That'd be bewildering. It's just so crazy to think about how I've thought about numbers within the last year alone. I don't know. Dokkan's definitely pushed the numbers up quite a bit in the last year and a half or so. So hopefully we don't see too much of that with the 11th anniversary. I mean, we'll have to see, though. I don't know for sure, obviously, any more than you guys do. But I do hope they slow it down at least a tad. Because it's starting to, I'm someone who enjoys power creep and challenge and such, but it's starting to get a bit much at this point, even for me. Because it's hard to constantly, if the meta is constantly shifting, it's hard to evaluate, how good certain numbers are. Like, something with like super easy LR Majin Vegeta, which I really don't like. I mean, he throws it at 36 million, which, like a year ago would be crazy, especially because there's a 70% chance to crit. But, nowadays, I mean, just being like the one super, I mean, it's not, at least in my opinion. A lot of people seem to really like him. But yeah, just the way numbers have increased so dramatically, it's hard to really continue to keep a grasp of what actually is a good number. So I really do think they should slow it down, especially, since we had the leader skill power creep with this year. Going into the 11th year, I would hope that we just stay somewhat steady. That way we have more time for everyone to build up their accounts. I mean, it wasn't that big of a jump from the leader skill 200 to 220, but still, But yeah, I suppose there we go. Got a little on a bit of a mini. I don't know. I trailed off the topic of the video here. My apologies. But yeah, there we go. That's Piccolo. Once again, it threw me off at first, but I suppose that's honestly pretty decent for him, considering what he is. You know, especially because I mean, this is one dupe. Now, that first dupe does give the most value, right? So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, well, you know, he'd be much better, even if it was a 220 lead and, you know, Rainbow Piccolo. I mean, he wouldn't like he would be better, but it wouldn't be like a very significant. Oh my god, I shouldn't have done it. Like with 55% characters, I'm like, But when you have at least a dupe in the bottom right pathway, it's you get most of the value you get from like the raw stat level increase that happens. But yeah, we're gonna end this one here. I might do him as the attack one this week as well. Maybe someone different. I'm not sure. We'll see. But either way, I'm gonna end this one here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.